Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another Turtle Updates video where we take a bunch of Ninja Turtle news stories that have recently come out and put them all together in one video and discuss them. And this week, there's been a lot of stuff that came out, some big comic book news. We got some movie news as well. We also got a little bit of news about the new upcoming Tales of the TMNT show. Also, the first reviews for The Last Ronin 2 are starting to roll out. So we're going to go ahead and discuss all of that in this video. So you're not going to want to miss any of that. But yeah, with that all said, let's go ahead, waste no time, and just dive into these. Okay, so story number one, and this is the big one. This is the one everybody's been talking about this week. You can see it's coming over here from CBR.com, and it says exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 150, so the 150th issue of the comic, and IDW celebrate the end of an era. Then it says Sophie Campbell's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run may be ending. However, IDW Publishing says more TMNT comics are on the way. Okay, so at first, yeah, you read that headline and you think, okay, Sophie Campbell, who's been writing the book since issue 100, I believe, up into now to 150, it seems like, yeah, that story is going to be wrapping up. But there's more to the story here. Let's keep reading. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be celebrating its landmark 150th grand finale with an epic double-sized issue that brings the series full circle. And then here you have the really interesting part that got everybody talking. We see it says, while Sophie Campbell's legendary run may be coming to a close, CBR can exclusively reveal that the entire series is concluding as well, and several TMNT comics are to follow. So that's massive. This series has been going on since I believe like 2011. You know, they have the 150 issues that they're about to reach. And then, yeah, it says here that it'll be concluding, but there's more to the story. Let's keep reading. We have a quote here from Campbell that says, "The fact that this chapter is ending and I'm leaving the series is bittersweet. I'll miss it for sure, but it's time to move on and let somebody else have a shot at the Turtles. And I'll be back for more before you know it, whatever form that might take." Okay, it seems like it kind of sets something up for the future, but here we really get a big setup for the future. Check this out. CBR can also confirm that the new comics will not be reboots. So they're talking about how it said that this entire series will be concluding, but that more TMNT comics are to follow. So more seem like are in the works. This is what they're talking about. So yeah, let me go back to that. It says CBR can also confirm that the new comics will not be reboots. The existing universe of the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run is moving forward and evolving with IDW. I noticed that's the part a lot of people missed when this news came out. And they just saw like the headline, like the end of an era. So yes, while it does seem like the current ongoing title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one that's gone through 150 issues, it does seem like that like series, that book is ending. It does look like it's going to be evolving into something else, which will probably start off with like a new number one or something, if I had to guess. Now, what that is and what that'll look like and who's involved, that we know nothing on. But I would imagine that it probably has to be pretty big for them to end the whole 150 issue series and then start fresh with a new title, which is what I'm guessing they're going to do. But yeah, take that all with a grain of salt. That's just me speculating, but I have seen other people speculating the same thing online. Now, it is the year of the 40th anniversary of the original comics. So yeah, I mean, like they did pick like a good year to do it. And yeah, this is just super exciting when more news comes out about like what these new titles or title is going to be. We'll go ahead and break all that information down. What a crazy time in the Turtles comics here. Now, in related news, you can see over here on The Hollywood Reporter that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book license has been renewed by IDW and Paramount. And you can see the subtitle there says, the deal will allow the publisher to release a number of projects tied to the 40th anniversary of the Turtles. So kind of what we were talking about there on the previous article. Looks like they're trying to do a bunch of big things here for the 40th anniversary of the Turtles. So yeah, it should be exciting to see what all they have in store. You can see the cover there for issue 150, and you can see the front cover and back cover, and it's just this massive ensemble of like all the characters in the IDW Ninja Turtles universe. Crazy to see how much it's grown over the years and how many cool, unique characters they have. If we continue reading here, you can see that it says, under the renewed deal, IDW plans on releasing multiple titles in honor of the property's 40th anniversary. Among them is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin 2, Re-Evolution, a sequel to The Last Ronin. So yeah, we know that's one of the big ones that's on the way, but that's in a separate universe than the IDW Ninja Turtles. Maybe these multiple titles here that they're talking about at the beginning is what they were talking about in the previous article of them saying they're going to be continuing to tell stories in this universe, but just not in the ongoing title that went to 150 issues. So I just wonder what those multiple titles are going to be. Like, what are they going to be called? That'll be fun to like dissect and stuff when it starts coming out. But yeah, not much else on this. IDW Paramount have renewed their Ninja Turtles comic book deal. So I would expect Ninja Turtles comics here for a good while, which is great news. And then yeah, the original story here with the main title there concluding is just crazy. That's wild. It's been going on for so long. It's kind of wild to see it end here at 150. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this. Are you excited? Are you sad? Is it bittersweet? Would love to see your thoughts on this one, but let's go ahead and move on over to the next story having a little bit to do with the new Ninja Turtles television show. All right, this next one's coming over here from Toy World magazine. And you can see that they're talking about a few different properties here, but down here in the corner, we can see that they discuss the Ninja Turtles a little bit, specifically the Mutant Mayhem Ninja Turtles. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they say. Now, first they just talk about like the success of the movie and about the movie's presence on Paramount Plus. But then here at the end, you can see that they say that the much anticipated new series, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, launches in Q3. So for those who don't know what that means quarter three. So quarter three of the year, which would be what, July, August, September. So somewhere in that window is what they're saying here in the magazine, which is a little different than what we had heard before. A couple months back at one of the conventions, one of the Playmates representatives said April of this year, which would have been quarter two of the year. So yeah, it's looking more than likely that quarter three is actually when it's going to come out, at least as of the date of this recording, from everything we're reading here. So yeah, that'll be cool to see all the promo stuff that they do leading up to that. That shouldn't be too long until that stuff starts coming out. I wonder what these turtles will look like in 2D animation, which is what the show's going to be. So it'll be cool to see those designs when they're officially released, as well as what are they going to do with the turtles like in school. I wonder if that's the route they're going to go. That seems to be it, since that's how the movie set up the ending. Super curious to see how they pull this off. Let me know what you guys think. Not much else on this one. Let's move on over to some Last Ronin news. All right, next up, we see that the Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution reviews are starting to come out. And this is one of the major ones here from ScreenRant.com. You can see the headline there. It says the new Ninja Turtles have arrived, as Last Ronin Re-Evolution sparks a bold new future for the TMNT universe. And then you see the subtitle there. It says TMNT The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution issue number 1 launches a new generation of turtles. And yeah, you can see them right there. So for those who aren't in the know, this story takes place after the regular Ninja Turtles, and now there's a new group of Ninja Turtles, and you can see them right there. So it's kind of like the next generation. So think of like Star Trek, the original series. Those are the regular turtles, and this is like Star Trek, the next generation. So still Ninja Turtles, but just like a different group of Ninja Turtles. Let's see what they had to say here. So it looks like they start talking about it right here. It says Screen Rant got a chance to read TMNT The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution number 1 in an exclusive first look at the series. And the one thing that is abundantly clear is that these new mutant heroes are not your parents' turtles, and that's a very good thing. Let's keep going. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution issue 1 by Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz, Ben Bishop, and Isaac Inasau Escorza, with Luis Antonio Delgado and Sean Lee, picks up right where the readers of the Lost Years left off, with the 4 new turtles, Yi, Uno, Moja, and Odin. So for those who don't know, The Lost Years was like a book that came out between the original Last Ronin and this Last Ronin 2 book. It kind of showed these new turtles as kids growing up and becoming teenagers, as well as some adventures with Michelangelo that we didn't get to see in the original Last Ronin Part 1. So yeah, just to kind of give everyone a big picture of what's going on. Let's keep reading. It says, New York is still a cesspool of criminal activity, and the death of Oroku Hiroto and the subsequent fall of the Foot Clan, as shown in the original Last Ronin, somehow only made things worse. Then it says Casey Marie Jones, daughter of April O'Neil and Casey Jones, is one of the leaders of a resistance working to fight the rising criminal warlords in New York, while the police and local government simply lie to the media about the growing crisis. New York has effectively become a post-apocalyptic wasteland right under everyone's noses, and only a select few are willing to fight to restore it. And in this first issue, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles officially join that fight. Then you see it says here, the last Ronin re-evolution is allowed to be gritty in ways the original wasn't. While it may seem impossible for any modern TMNT comic to top the grittiness of the original black and white chronicle of murderous sewer-dwelling mutants, re-evolution actually pulls it off. The new Turtles themselves aren't darker or more edgy than the original TMNT by any means. In fact, they're all the perfect embodiments of classic teenage siblings, but it's the setting that allows this story to be more grim, more brutal, and more hardcore than the classic TMNT. In the original, the Ninja Turtles had to operate in the shadows, maintaining secrecy, lest the modern world discover the existence of mutants. In Re-Evolution, however, the world has been through a lot, as shown in the 2 previous miniseries, which means that the Mutant Turtles joining an underground resistance against an army of warrior-esque gangs isn't that shocking, ultimately leaving the new TMNT free to bash heads as battle-ready warriors in this wasteland setting, and to do so in ways their crime-fighting vigilante predecessors never could, which gives the entire series the freedom to be gritty in ways the original wasn't. So interesting. So it looks like they're going to be like walking the streets and stuff just like regular citizens and not having to hide out and stuff is what I'm getting from this. Let's keep going here. It says, Yi, Uno, Moja, and Odin could be the definitive TMNT for the next generation. Let's keep reading though. It says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution #1 immediately finds a perfect balance between honoring the original Ninja Turtles while still allowing the new Turtles to come into their own. Not only that, but the world building is an awesome accomplishment, deftly revealing the exact state of its futuristic New York, previously an ambiguous wasteland. The end result is a foundation firmly laid, setting up this world and these characters to flourish without the looming presence of Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Make no mistake, the heroes Yi, Uno, Odin, and Moja have an opportunity to become the definitive TMNT for a new generation, and based on Re-Evolution issue #1, there's a good chance they will. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution #1 is available everywhere on March 6th from IDW Publishing. And that's the end of the article there. So yeah, high praise here from Screen Rant for the new sequel to The Last Ronin. But yeah, that's all the info here on the first review that's come out. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited? Would love to hear your thoughts. Let's move on over to the next story. All right, and we got a couple smaller stories here to round out the video. Let's go through them really quickly. As you can see right here on Target's website, the 2003 Playmates Ninja Turtles figures are starting to pop up, so the reissues. You can see Raphael right there, and that's the packaging they're going to be coming in, and it looks just like the packaging from back in the day. You could see Leonardo right there, Michelangelo, and Donatello. And yeah, what a nostalgia trip here. It doesn't look like there's any available yet. I think they were available when they first popped up, but they sold out immediately from what I saw. But I do imagine they'll become available again at some point in the future. So just kind of keep your eye out for this one if you're interested. But yeah, not much else to discuss. The 2003 Ninja Turtles figures are coming back. Super cool to see them here on the Target website. Let's keep moving. Now, speaking of re-releases, this is also over here on Target's website. These started to pop up. And these are like these throwback Bebop and Rocksteady mutating figures from like the 90s. You can see them right there. He just looks like regular Bebop, but then you look here at the packaging and you can see that it's a Bebop that transforms between his mutant self and his human self. You got the same situation here with Rocksteady. The box and the retro packaging looks great. And there you can see him as well, mutating between human and mutant. Now, just like the 2003 figures, these are also currently not available at the moment, but just like with those previous figures, expect them to start adding inventory here in the near future, if I had to guess. But yeah, let's move on over to the last story. Now, we had discussed these on the previous updates video, but we didn't get full pictures and stuff, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of this. This was for the Vinyl Soda TMNT Mutant Mayhem figure by Funko, and you can see Splinter there from Mutant Mayhem, and we had seen that picture before of him in this vinyl soda shape, but now we can see the packaging art and what that will look like, and most importantly, what I think is this cool variant that you could get if you order it. Not everyone's guaranteed this. I think this is just one that's going to be sent out at random, and you can see him there holding holding a baby Michelangelo, which I thought was cool and thought worth sharing. Now, the Rocksteady one also comes with a variant. First of all, you can see his can packaging right there. Looks cool. And his version of the variant is going to be this like chromed out Rocksteady. So yeah, nice to see these new pictures here of the soda vinyls. But yeah, that about does it for this updates video. Let me know what you think about all that stuff that's happening. I feel like there's going to be a lot of updates this year, especially considering it's the 40th anniversary. The new show's going to start and all that stuff going on with the comics. It's absolutely nuts what's going on. So subscribe if you want to catch all that. Follow on all the social medias. We're always posting stuff on there as it's breaking, so it's good to follow on that stuff. But that does it for this video. Stay tuned for more. I will see you guys in a little bit with another one. Take care.